Hey guys, and welcome back to my Let's Play of the Crash Bandicoot N.Sane Trilogy. Last time, things took quite a darker turn. By that I mean we went into Lights Out and the Jewels of Darkness. However, in Jewels of Darkness, we also obtained our second and final key, which unlocks the second dark level, and by far the most annoying of the two, Fumbling in the Dark. A level that I really don't like in the original version. This, again, not too bad. For the same reason as always, you can die. In fact, when it comes to the original version, this part is one of the most annoying. Trying to maneuver your way over these archways, like that, it's really annoying. Of course, in the original, thankfully, this is all at the start of the level, so you could still try this as many times as you wanted to. But it's nonetheless annoying. Because I always find it hard to judge exactly where Crash is positioned. My biggest recommendation would be to hold down the jump button. Stuff like that. And if you're doing the time trials, this is no different here. There's no like collection of 3-second time boxes. I mean, you'll waste most of them, so there isn't anything special over there. Fumbling in the Dark is also considerably longer than Lights Out, and I would say also much more dangerous. And there's one major thing that you need to watch out for. So, one of the most frequently seen enemies in this level are rats. And you've got to be really careful with the rats, because if you spin them away, it is possible that they will hit the Aku Aku box further away into the level. Ooh, I didn't know they followed you. No! Ooh! They will, Jesus Christ, hit Aku Aku boxes that are further ahead in the level and activate the mask too soon, causing it to get darker quicker. That, on the other hand, was an axe. So that was a bit, well, I don't know, that was just kind of annoying because it sends me all the way back to the start. Right, let's try and do things a little less recklessly this time. I'm on to you platforms, so you're the okay platforms. You're not. Come back. I want to know how Cortex gets around his own castle. The thing is, these things, you know, they're always classified as a bottomless pit. So who built the castle? How can you build something over a pit that's bottomless? There has to be a bottom, otherwise you can't build the walls. Otherwise everything would just be endlessly falling. Because there's also an endless wall. That part is kind of tricky. Alright, see, look how close I was to the checkpoint too. Ooh. Go Crash. Spiders are also in this level, but there's only one section where they're particularly annoying, and it's right at the end. Right, gonna let that come back. These platforms are really annoying in the time trial, but you have to walk along the sides in order to get any chance of getting the platinum. You don't need to worry about it. You don't need to worry about it for the gold relic, but you will need to do it for the platinum relic. And needless to say, this is one of the most annoying levels to get the gold relic on. I mean, nothing will ever beat Stormy Ascent. Although there are some levels in Crash 2 that are also a pain. Surprisingly, Cold Hard Crash is not one of them. Well, actually, really, those two levels is just a matter of the fact that you don't need to worry about taking the death route. I can't recall, I think you have to piston it away, but you don't have to in Cold Hard Crash. But you don't need to worry about any backtracking. The spiders will jump occasionally. Yeah, and that's what you got to watch out for with the rats. It's not a problem there, but plenty of times you have to watch out when you're attacking the rats. Yeah, see, if this was Lights Out, we'd be done by now. Right, this part's annoying. Well, see, this is what I mean. I clearly broke an Aku Aku crate at some point there by spinning one of the spiders, and that caused an Aku Aku crate to spawn too soon. So there has been at least one occasion where I definitely got hit, but I didn't lose Aku Aku. Like the last time I played the level, really. I think I was doing a time trial, and I got hit, but I didn't lose Aku Aku for some reason. Sadly, one thing, yeah, that would be the box that I lost. I am not this skilled a player. Wow. Oh, what? Oh, that was cool. That was awesome. I've never been able to do that. And I just lost it. It was right there. The gem was there. But there was one final pit. This is really the problem with Crash's weight. It's like the level design is exactly the same, but the controls are different. So certain jumps that were easy enough to make with Crash 1's physics no longer are. They're much more difficult. Yeah, the timing for that one is really tight. Yeah, that's how I died. It wasn't even from the platform falling, I just walked off the edge. Yeah, you can die. That level will be a much more pain in the ass if you're playing the original. I probably will let's play the originals at some point, but that won't be for some time. Because this is just the best way to experience all three games. You know, it's still difficult, but so are the originals. It's just that they can be difficult in different ways. But in Crash 1's case, this is easily the best way to experience the game. Alright, and on the next level, considerably later than the first one, is Castle Machinery. Yeah, now there's a green gem path here. But this one is a really weird one because you can skip this entire level. If you collected the green gem in Lost City, jump on this. Takes you up here. And look at all these extra lives I don't need. If you're playing the original, where the lives reset every time you restart the game, or reset the game, that level is really useful. Especially if you're going after any gems you didn't collect to begin with. You know, if you collected the gem and Lights Out. Wow, that looked painful. I want to see what I need to see what that looks like for Coco, because I've never actually seen what it looks like for if Coco doesn't collect a lot of boxes. So, let's see. Unfortunately, it does mean more loading screens. Yeah, but that does still count as completing the level. So what does it look like if you play as do it as Coco? I'm just curious. I'm wasting time because of how long these loading screens are, but I'm just so curious. Alright, let's see what happens. Yeah, unfortunately the lives are only there one time. Until you reset the game, then they'll all come back. Right, now Coco uses her laptop as a barrier, but I doubt it really comes to effect after a while. Yeah. It's a good thing that's a very sturdy laptop. That wasn't interesting at all. Couldn't her phone explode again? Just set fire to all the boxes. No, that sounds too cruel. Because that would hurt Coco. And Coco is too adorable in this game. No, I don't want to save. Oh, you do have multiple save slots. I thought there was, but you still have to save over one to start a new profile. That makes no sense. If you want to start a new profile, you have to select continue, make a new save slot, and then go back to the main menu and restart the profile from there? If this was Crash to Insanity, I would have died. And whoa! And you can't troll the level. They did think of that. You can't jump on the projector things either. But yeah, they thought of that. You can't just use the gem platform on the time trial. It does remind me a lot of those spinner enemies from Sonic Adventure. Although this game came out before Sonic Adventure. So I guess it's the other way around. Although I played Sonic Adventure before this. So this level is more difficult, for sure. But still not that bad, especially considering its placement in the game. Although bizarrely, this was actually one of the first levels to be available for the demo. It was on Insanity Beach and this. That's a bit of a difference. Go from the first level to the second to last main level. That's a bit of a jump in difficulty. I say this level's not that bad, but compared to Insanity Beach, it's not like you had the gem path available. You have got to be quick. They do not give you much space. And that thing does quickly come back down. Now I'm invincible. Thank you, Fumbling in the Dark. And it's not very often you ever hear me say that. So yeah, this is our second to last main level. We only have one more main level after this. Well, we would do, but we have Stormy Ascent. We have these things that can launch us up again. Whee! Whee! Bounce boxes. That didn't go how I wanted it to. Nope, down I go. Oh, that was bad. That was stupid. Why did I do that? I have all the hazards that this level makes me try to avoid. It's the easiest one of them all to avoid that hurts me. Because of course it does. Out of the way. They're deceptively quick. So you have got to watch out for that. But Z-axis? I didn't think it existed in this version. I know the Z-axis is still there in the original, but I thought they took it out for this version. Okay, well, I mean, that's the case in most stages, but apparently not this one. Why? Wait, so the Z-axis still exists here, but it's still in piston it away, but they... Oh, that was stupid. Why did I do that? So the Z-axis is still here in this level, but they took it out for Piston It Away's bonus room, where it's near enough to mandatory to use it. You know, even if it's not the way they intended you to use it, that's pretty much the way you have. That's pretty much the way you have to do it. Because it's an incredibly difficult jump to make otherwise. And I'm not looking forward to that. I think this is nearing the end of the level now. Yeah, we got one more boss. That scares me. That always scares me. There you go. Oh, and back I go. Okay, there we go. Thankfully the steam coming off of these things doesn't hurt you. Ooh! That was close. As was that, because I hit the ceiling. I clipped through the ceiling there. We're so close to the end. Except we still have Stormy Ascent. Which I don't think... No, it takes it up to 101%, I think. Like, it just increases the percentage. I mean, Crash... I don't think Crash 2 did it. Crash 3 went up to 105%. I don't remember though if that still applies here. Right, let's see if I can do this. N.Brio. Dr. Nitrous Brio, or N.Brio. My name sounds like a fetus. I would say this boss fight became much harder in the remake. Because the blobs you have to jump on have really questionable collision detection. Whereas like these things, their hitboxes in the original are bigger than the actual... I don't know if maybe it's just because of Crash's hitbox instead, but I just find them so much more difficult to avoid here. And one reason I think that's because of that is you can't really jump on them when they're jumping, which you could do in the original. In the original they were just green blobs, they were nothing more, they were just green blobs. Here they're like living things here. Ah. Or you can just throw them on me. But even in the second phase, I think they made it more difficult, and I believe these spikes can hurt you. Which I don't think were in the original version, but I'm not going to go near them. So yeah, this guy is supposed to be Cortex's intern. So he turns against Cortex in Crash 2. And he's sort of then mostly just relegated to spin-offs. He has a non-speaking role in Twinsanity, where he's part of a boss fight. So you're really not fighting him, you're just avoiding him. The boss is Entropy. Right. Now in the original, they made a change to the health meter. N.Brio actually has 2 health meters in this version. In the original, it was just one long health meter. But here, the health meter actually resets, and he becomes the Incredible Hulk. And again, the collision detection is pretty questionable here. You have to make sure you land right on top of his head in order to hit him, which you didn't really have to worry about in the original. You could have hit his chest in the original and you'd have still been perfectly fine. Right. That wasn't nearly as painful as the first go. See you in Crash 2. And that'll be your last major role until Mind Over Mutants. Though you are probably the best part of Mind Over Mutant. Your name is misleading. It's N.Brio, not N.Brio. But, anyway, next up, we have the lab. The most annoying color gem to get in the game. Well, supposedly, we had Slippery Climb. But, no changes here. It's one of the worst levels in the original, it's one of the worst levels in here. And getting the gold gem was just... ugh. But, that's for next time. So, I will see you guys then.